keeping me up 2 cups of coffee. Baby, you make me feel so la 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 lovely. I keep on running, no, I should've wanted.
Hello my beautiful creatures, you all are welcome back to our channel. You heard me right, I mean our channel. How are you all doing? I hope everybody's keeping safe, and for me, I am doing well. Thank you. I know some of you ask, how are you doing? I am doing fine, thank you. So on today's video, I'm going to do an eyebrow tutorial. A lot of people have been asking me, how do you get your eyebrow done? What are the kind of things that they need in order to achieve a perfect eyebrow? You don't really need a special equipment to achieve your perfect eyebrow. It's just a simple technique, all right? So before we go into that, I just want to mention something. I know most of you will be wondering, what is wrong with Rose? Why is she posting food and all that? If you've not watched the introduction of this channel, just go and take a look at it, because the channel is loaded. It's going to be bringing you a lot of healthy food, a lot of healthy lifestyle. Generally, it's going to be bringing you makeup. It's going to be bringing you fashion. It's going to be bringing you vlogs, sometimes family vlog. A lot of things put together. So that is what the channel is all about, just in brief. So let's hop into that.
So lovelies, before you start your eyebrow, make sure that your eyebrow is well shaved so that you get a fine line. And afterwards, use your face cleanser to clean around the area, making sure that everywhere is dried. When you're done with this, if you want to start, make sure you use a translucent powder to mattify your eyebrows. It's very important, it makes it more easier. Mattify it, and especially to avoid slippery. So afterwards, I use spoolie to brush up the hair, making sure that it's well brushed up so that I will see the hairline when I'm drawing the eyebrow. So now we start drawing the eyebrow. The most important thing here is for you to identify, to determine your inner brows. After your inner brows, you identify your arch using your iris or your nose to do that. Then the outer brows. Okay, when you've done identifying this, you start by inner brows at the beneath your eyebrows. You start by that, tracing the hairline that is why you brush it up. Trace the hairline, making sure that is well drawn, and that is why you need to shave your eyebrow to make sure that is well aligned. So you trace the hairline till you get to the outer brows where you put that dot. Okay, so when you're done with this one, go to your arch. Start from your arch. You are going to connect it to the down one, to the down line that you have drawn. Okay, trace it and connect it. When you connect with this one, you move forward to the inner brows. Gently trace it and meet your arch. So when you've done with this, you start by filling it. Make sure, depending on how dark you want it to be, you start by filling it and fill it. Try as much as possible to, if you want it to be more darken. If you want it to be more a bit brownish, is entirely up to you. But the most important thing here is that you get that shape. All right, so we go ahead to fill in the eyebrows, making sure that is dope. Don't mind my language. So as you can see, I try as much as possible to make it. So when you come to this place, you can see that I have a wider T-zone, so it is my duty to bring the eyebrows a bit closer. So what you do that from your inner brows. Okay, go a little bit above the inner brows for those who have very wide gap between their eyebrows. Okay, so as you can see, this is done. I go ahead to use spoolie to blend everything. At the same time, take off any excess of pencil or something, a bit thick that is left in there. I go ahead to use the spoolie to do that. As you can see, the eyebrow now is brown, brown, which I don't really like. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, after I try as much as possible to align it there, I'll go ahead. If you see, I try as much as possible to make it natural there because I don't really have hair there, so I go ahead to tiptoe. Let me use the word tiptoe to kind of as if I'm plugging hair to make it, you know, creating a hair there. It's not hair, but it's the illusion, you know. Try to create hair there. When I'm done, I use spool it to brush it. And in this case, as you can see, it's brown. I don't like the brownish, it's too brown, you know, it doesn't look real. So what I'm going to do, I use Maybelline eyeliner. It's dark, in dark shade. I use it a bit to go above the filling that I've done already. When I'm done with this one, I go ahead to use spoolie to blend everything. At the same time, take off any excess of pomade, dark pomade that is left there. So this is simply how you can actually get your eyebrow drawn. And when I'm done with this one, I am going to move to the other side of the eyebrow, and bear with me, I am going to make it a little bit fast. I'm going to fast forward it a bit so that we'll save our time. Okay, so just it's the same process, the same thing. You don't really need to figure it out. And if you are here, you find it difficult, you know, me, I have similar issue, and I'm sure most people have the same problem. When you are drawing your eyebrow, just bear in mind that your eyebrow, in fact, part of your body, so you know, from your forehead downwards, one part is different from the other. Is like that in every human being. So do your eyebrow. So it is your responsibility to make sure that they all match together when you are drawing your eyebrow. Try as much as possible to marry them, you know, let them look like twinning. So as you can see, I'm done with this one. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to fill it up to, you know, yeah, to fill it up. So let's see how it goes. Okay, hey lovelies, just bear it in mind that you don't really need to do what I just did by using darker shade to calm down the brown. Okay, if you find a perfect eyebrow pencil or eyebrow pomade that goes well, that you like, just simple as that, you just go ahead and do your thing. You must not necessarily apply this one and put that one on top. No, sorry, I'm just doing this because I felt that it's too brownish for me, so I had to kind of bring down the brownish by using the darker shade of the eyeliner. Okay, you can as well, if you want to do, you can as well use a black eye pencil, you know, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is how it's been going.
Music licensing reimagined.
So I'm done drawing the eyebrow. When you are doing your eyebrow, remember you need angle brush or flat brush. This helps you to define the brow very well with the concealer that you are going to use here. So as you can see, I use my concealer. Use whatever concealer that you are using. It doesn't matter. What is important here is that we are trying to achieve a perfect eyebrow. So I use my angle brush that I got from Body Shop to align the eyebrow. As you can see, tracing the line that I have drawn so far. It's as simple as that, you know, but at the same time you have to be very careful. You know, you are going to see the other eyebrow, I made some mistake, you know, you see how I go ahead to correct it. So gently take your time. It's not something that you need to rush. Like they said, your eyes are the windows of the soul. So for you to achieve this, you need to be patient. You can rush your makeup, but you can't rush your eyebrows. Okay, just take your time. And if you watch here, you can see the way I put my hand, you know, to apply the concealer. You have to learn the technique, know how to apply it. As you can see, the angle brush, the way I place it. So it's entirely up to you how you do your own, achieve it right. But for those people who do not have the idea or who find it difficult to achieve the eyebrow, I think this is the simplest way you can get your eyebrow achieved. So let's go ahead and see how the perfect line is achieved. All right, one more thing, just know that you see your arch or base or the peak, is very, very important. That is why it's called classic eyebrow. So when you are drawing that, make sure that you are very careful. You don't want to let it go high. That is where majority people goes wrong. Okay, you have to be very careful at that corner so that it won't be too high, like somebody, I don't know how to explain that. It won't be too high while it won't be low. That arch must be kind of transparent so that when somebody sees it, you see that shape there. Okay, so I move on to the other eyebrow. Okay, it's the same thing, the same technique. You know what you did in the first brow is what you did in the second brow. There is no two ways about it. It's just the same technique. Okay, after defining the downwards, I move at the upper side of the brow, define it as well. Like I told you guys earlier, this is where I made some mistake. At the upper side you will see it, but I have to make sure when you're correcting your eyebrow, make sure the pencil is sharpened, is very sharp, so that it won't give you difficult, you won't find it difficult when you're trying to correct it. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Around this area is where the problem, so you have to be very careful so that you won't be repeating yourself, over and over. Like I said, your arch is very important, so you need to be careful. As you can see,
music licensing reimagined.
Chasing after the way you love me, keeping me up 2 cups of coffee. Baby, you make me feel so lovely. I keep on running, no, I shouldn't.
so I'm done here. What I do is just to use my powder brush to blend the concealer. You can use any brush, you can use smaller brush so that you won't make a mistake. So this is it. This is the eyebrow. This is the technique, the simple way you can get your eyebrow done. Don't forget, before you start, make sure that your eyebrows are shaved, properly aligned before you can go ahead. That way it's going to help you, to make it easy and simple.
So my lovely creatures, this is how I got my eyebrow slayed. This is how I draw my eyebrow. How do you find it? What's your opinion about this? Just leave it at the comment section, and just bear in mind, this is the one part of the eyebrow. There are 2 types of the eyebrow. This is a normal regular eyebrow that you wear every time, 3D eyebrow. Although it's a regular one, but it's a bit different from this one. It looks more natural, like this one. When you see it, definitely there are pen, or there are ink, or pomade, or whatever in it. So if you want to see the 3D eyebrow, just leave your comment at the comment section. I will bring it to you. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you all. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to hit the like button, and to share this video. I do appreciate you all, and I will catch you up again in my next video.
From chasing after the way you love me.